Hello, everyone. Andrew Reiner here with another episode of Replay. A quick disclaimer before we go into this. We are recording this on the eve of the announcement launch details of the Nintendo Switch, which will be happening tonight. So we don't know anything about that. So if we're not talking about that, that is why. Today, I'm joined by the king of the eye rolls, Dan Tack.
Yeah, so we're playing Shadow of the Colossus today, it looks like. Huh?
Captain Condescension over here.
Yeah, Brian Shea, who's wearing Eddie Vedder's hand-me-downs.
Sorry, I did my Eddie Vedder.
And then the coolest snowboarder in the office, Wade Wojcik.
And I can't fight this feeling anymore.
God, there's nobody in the control booth to turn off his mic. We're taking a look at, in honor of Nintendo making cool shit, this is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. One of the best in the series. I would say right on... Definitively, I always switch which one I think is the best game.
So how
it's
is
like a
that
Beatles album,
then?
but definitively the best dungeons in the series. I stand by
I think
that.
it's up there, definitely.
All right.
Definitively.
Yeah.
But
There it is.
We're going to start
you should
new.
start a new one, yeah.
For no reason.
I think we should stick with Link, personally.
No.
That is not allowed on this show.
That is against protocol.
You got to do butts, man.
Brian Shea is playing because he's a huge Zelda fan.
Supposedly.
I enjoy Zelda games quite a bit.
And just for the audience, you've beaten Twilight Princess, right?
I have, actually.
Butthole.
So here's the thing. With Twilight Princess, it came out when I was in college. I had it on GameCube, and then I had it again on Wii. However, I never beat them then because I was an RA in college, so I was super busy.
Yeah, right.
And so when the HD version came out on Wii U, I finally went back and beat it.
Ah.
All right, so we're not even going to touch this because he can't.
So you didn't beat it until like last year, essentially.
Correct.
Wow.
I got more than halfway through it.
What a loser.
originally.
God,
This
well,
is,
because
this is- This is the self-professed
Shay, when you
big Zelda fan.
started, you would not stop talking about how your favorite game was Ocarina of Time, and then I was like, "Oh, what do you think of Majora's Mask, the sequel?" "Oh, I haven't beaten it." And I will never.
I haven't even really played that game.
Never
because
stop giving a shit about that.
I never had the expansion pack for N64.
But you have no excuse now because it's on 3DS.
I do have it on 3DS.
Hit that damn button. Whoa, you didn't age well.
Yeah, on HD on Wii U, like
Javy
when I was
was
playing
in this game, huh?
So
it didn't look great.
I picked Twilight Princess intentionally because this is a game that straddled two systems at launch. That is the same thing that's going to be happening with Breath of the Wild, which will be on Wii U and the Switch. This was on the Wii, launch title for the Wii.
Yep.
But we're taking a look at the GameCube version.
Which I consider to be the superior version, actually.
Well, you're not waggling it to death, right?
Exactly.
And I had no idea until I started working here that the game was mirrored for the Wii release. And was that only because Link had to be right-handed?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's insanity. Because I was freaking out that they had basically flipped the map for this game, and I didn't really understand why.
So if you play the Twilight Princess HD on Wii U, it's actually the first time you have widescreen format of this game where he's lefty and all the stuff is the original.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind.
So I really like the HD version.
Dan Tack, what's your take on this game?
It's boggling my mind real hard. I'm looking forward to seeing what the...
Have you played this?
This one? No.
Oh, my God.
10 out of 10.
I really... I mean, if you think it's in game of all time status, I'll give it a whirl, but like, does it beat Link to the Past? I mean...
Oh, for sure.
It's
No.
You're not a 3D Zelda man, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think with Mario, the 3D versions of the games tend to do less for me than the old school.
I personally don't think that this tops Ocarina of Time, but I do think it tops Wind Waker.
Yeah, they're pretty
Wind Waker
even.
has some stuff that it gets caught up on.
I will say this is definitely the most cinematic. Up till this point, it was the most cinematic Zelda game. It had much better
this beginning
cutscenes.
is incredible.
Yeah. Well, and they build the tension really well. You start off in this forest. You don't really fight any enemies. The first enemy you fight, you're chasing after monkeys, but they're not really enemies. And then finally, when the moblins come in, it's like, oh shit! Like,
So it's like Crystal Skull, where you're swinging through the forest.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
God, what a great movie.
yeah, but see, you gotta admit though, Tack, that like that kind of style fits in more in a Zelda game, less of an Indiana Jones style.
No, I agree with that.
All right, we're talking cinematic Zelda. To truly make it cinematic, should Link ever talk?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
I think he should. I think they
we
should
keep him
change the
silent.
script. Be like, yo, these games were cool way back when, but you know what? Let's see what really happens.
I mean,
when
aren't
we
they
go
already
there.
doing that? They're already taking a new approach. Like, from what we've seen of the new
He's
Zelda.
wearing blue instead of green.
It's basically Skyrim Zelda now, yeah?
It's like
That's a new take.
Reiner, it's like asking,
Never gets old.
should we see Master Chief's face? The answer is no.
Yeah, you should.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I think these are two very different things, but still,
I mean, given a voice, yeah, that's not as big of a reveal unless he's like,
Well, it's not really that different of a thing because they're both like the way they are to be an extension of the player itself.
whatever.
Like Master Chief does not have like a canonical look really in the games because he's supposed to be like you in that armor, right?
I've never considered Link to be an extension of
His
myself.
name's John. The second they said his name is John, he is not you.
Until I get a little cap and start throwing boomerangs and bombs around, I really don't feel the connection.
I'm supposed to go get butthole.
Oh my God, this was the first one to have like squirrels and cats and falcons and.
Tack did a. How's your neck?
It's pretty good.
That
It's pretty
swiveled really hard.
No,
It never surprised me with this kind
Tack
of stuff.
doesn't like Zelda games because it's.
Oh, I don't like Zelda
According
games.
to him, it's far too easy to defeat the enemies. He's more of a Dark Souls dude.
Okay,
so.
wait. I've never made that claim, so that's total words in my mouth there.
I'll do that all day.
I know you will. I just want to make sure that people know that I've never said that.
But like, I want to know why 2D Zelda to you is better.
I don't know. It's just like, I'm sure some of it is nostalgia, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the same way that you think that
Don't touch my damn horse!
don't touch my butthole.
Love interest here.
I mean, just picture this with spoken dialogue.
That was a setup.
That was a
right
great choice, Ryder.
Hey, thanks.
there. He's happy about that.
Pure evil. Pure
We are
evil.
really mature.
Yeah, it's the best.
Hey, that is a mature joke.
God damn. Very much a kind of like a Saria character. Saria or Saria? What do you?
Saria.
Saria, yeah.
Wait, from Ocarina?
Like, she
Hey.
kind of has that same
Hey.
role in this game almost.
Hey,
I actually grew up calling her Soraya.
What? That is incorrect, sir.
Well, there's no way to know
There-
because
that's
if they
nobody.
spoke dialogue, you'd
talks.
frickin' know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of mispronunciations throughout Zelda that people kind of fight to the death
Yeah, a
over.
lot of really great classic characters.
They are.
There are good characters in the Zelda series. Come on, Dan.
Yeah.
Villages are always great in these games.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
You know, they haven't really progressed a lot since the N64 days. At least from Twilight Princess perspective.
This looks a lot to me like the village that I started in what's it called? In the Wii version. The Wii game.
Well, yeah, because that's Twilight Princess.
the same.
Is it?
Twilight Princess was a launch game.
Okay.
So here we are.
So yeah, it turns out I did play this
Bordon
one
Village.
then.
Wait, Skyward Sword was also on the Wii.
No, this was the one because the village looks exactly the same. So,
Yeah, but like Skyward Sword, as cool as Skyloft was, it just the
Yeah.
sky was dead. There wasn't a whole lot to do.
Phil Kohler gave that one a 10 as well, and I completely disagree with him on that.
Did he
one.
review this one?
No, I did this one.
Okay, and you gave it a 10 out of
Oh,
10.
yeah, I raved about this like hyperbole to the
Yeah.
10th degree
Well,
you know,
for the
this
10.
is one thing. This is why I don't ever understand the flack when people are like, Game Informer, they've got it out for Nintendo. It's
Oh,
like, do
yeah.
they look at what we score these games?
The last 3 console Zelda games like this were 10s. Wind Waker, Skyward Sword, and Twilight Princess were all given 10s.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Look at this. Tack.
What?
Did you see that? All the
Yeah, I saw- I mean-
steeds?
Yeah, it's amazing. They put horses in Zelda. I didn't know they could do that.
Well, this was also really interesting.
Somebody
because,
stop 'em.
Goats, Tack, they're goats.
before Wind Waker was announced, everyone was hoping for a darker, grittier, more realistic Zelda. And then Wind Waker came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, I don't know if I like this style." And so when this game, Twilight Princess, came out, it was like, "Okay, now we're finally going to get that darker, grittier Zelda we always wanted."
But I will say that when they released Wind Waker HD, the visuals on that have aged substantially better than the visuals on this.
Sure.
You know
but
what they-
yeah,
they
cell
need to
shading,
do- what they need to
cartoony.
do-
Right.
The bottom line, people just need to shut up and have fun.
No,
Like,
I agree with that.
seriously. This is just a
Come on.
fun, entertaining game through and through.
I was never good
Has
at
a
this
good
part.
heart,
Well, you got to use Amor to
awesome
corral them.
dungeons.
I think they need to take Miyazaki away from
Oh, geez, the
FromSoft for
camera-
a
We
couple
get
years.
The
You know
camera
what?
controls are.
Oh! Yeah, this might be the episode right here, as Reiner would say.
No, Shay is just terrible.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just keep using A.
Yeah.
You have unlimited whoops.
Goat in.
Do you think this is what kept him from finishing it in college? This right here.
Just
Could
got
be.
stuck.
Actually, where I did get stuck was the ice mansion.
That was one of the coolest dungeons.
awesome.
It's amazing.
How'd you get stuck
I'm
there?
not saying it's crap. I just said like I got stuck like on where to go.
Okay.
And like then I just got really busy with schoolwork.
Man, but getting stuck in a Zelda game is actually part of the fun.
It is. I love like the moment of realization when you figure out like what exactly you're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
And
Same way as like Portal. I mean, they're obviously apples and oranges, but
I didn't know you went to college.
Last one.
Merciless today.
Where'd he go?
I mean, it wasn't for writing, that's for sure. Hey, that was merciless.
Oof.
That was.
Ouch.
That was brutal. And Ryder's going full heels today.
Guys, just
For
boy.
the throat.
But anyway,
There we go. Get that last one in.
Zelda, we're going to have a new one coming out. What are your guys' hopes,
come on.
concerns? Wade, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah. I think Zelda, the most recent ones, have suffered from two. Actually, I made fun of. Tried to put words in Tech's mouth, but I do think that the enemies are in general, too easy to beat just in the overworld. They're kind of pushover enemies. So I want what most people want in this upcoming Zelda. Oh my God,
Get in
Jay!
there!
I'm so frustrated right now. Okay, there we go.
it wasn't my fault he wasn't going
No,
in there.
it really was.
That one he was not.
I would really appreciate a denser world, and I want more like
Dense as in terms of density in the open world, like
just like
objects being placed. That's what we kind of call density in open world, is like how heavily populated it is
Yeah.
with things to
I
do
think
and see, right?
Skyward Sword suffered from too many loading between zones, and also there wasn't a lot to explore and come back to in the ground overworld. It was mostly just a couple NPCs here and there. There wasn't like a culture that you were interacting with down below. So I want like more. I don't know.
Just a fence tutorial.
I think Twilight Princess did that really well with different towns and places to explore. But yeah, that's what I want in general.
Let's get out of here.
There you go.
Yeah. I am worried about weapon degradation. I'm concerned about
It's a real thing.
having finite weapons. Whenever someone makes a game with that kind of stuff where stuff degrades, the first thing anybody mods in is weapons that do not break.
But Kim brought up a good point where that kind of is not really a problem if, like in The Witcher 3, you're constantly picking up new weapons that you can just trade out because they're more powerful.
Sure, but if they don't do that
Right,
and they
yeah.
weigh heavily on your stick breaks after 10 whacks,
Yeah, this is a thing that Nintendo has not done yet, right? Like, I can't think of any Nintendo game where it's had that, so
Well,
I don't know how well balanced
Twilight Princess, or not, Skyward Sword had a little bit of that with the shields, if you remember.
Yeah.
Until you got the Hyrule shield.
right?
Well, that's one thing. The Master Sword's not going to break,
Right.
obviously, so...
Well, it looks like a piece of crap on the logo. That thing's rusted up like you wouldn't
Right.
believe.
So if they do it the Skyward Sword approach, I guess I probably won't have a problem with it. You know, you work up to the high-end items and then they just don't break. They've experimented with it, is what I mean. Like, it's kind of dumb. I don't like how you can't really interact with anything in this house. It feels a little dead.
Yeah.
Even in your Ocarina of Time house, there was some stuff to interact with eventually. You could get like a
Throwing
cow
bases.
in there.
You could get a cow in there.
Yeah.
I'm also concerned
A
with...
full cow would live in your house.
That's how you get milk.
What the hell are you doing down here?
I don't know. I'm
He's
looking
getting
at,
milk.
I'm seeing what's in here.
There's nothing. Get on up there.
So with Skyward or Breath of the Wild, I'm also concerned about the open world, and like, because so far everything we've seen in the open world has been very empty.
Yes.
Like, Nintendo's not known for amazing open worlds that engage players.
I'm hoping because they
What
want
is an open world they've done?
Like Twilight Princess.
It's
It's not as open as Breath of the Wild.
I mean,
Once you get into the main game, it is.
It's
We're
like
talking about like a full-on open world,
Yeah,
though,
I
not
mean,
like hubs.
this is
right?
like an overworld. I don't know if it is really an open world.
You can go anywhere you
man.
want, really.
Like, okay, like Zelda number 1. Was that an open world? Because it's basically the same thing in all games.
yeah, I guess to a degree.
It was a semi-open world.
Semi-open.
Because a lot of things were locked behind.
Dungeons and stuff, right? Man, Zelda, talk about just that first game, some ideas of the dungeons, the bosses, progression where you needed certain items. The Lost Woods.
It
Yeah.
set the pace for a lot of
Crazy.
for everything.
What do you guys think about going back to the approach of, you can take dungeons in different order?
Right.
They're going back to that approach, right?
They're going. But
There's a lot that people don't know yet. There's going to be some crazy stuff that's going to be revealed here very shortly.
Can't wait.
like
Can't
today
wait.
and tomorrow, yeah.
I hope, obviously, like people are probably watching this going, yeah, we know already, guys. But I hope,
Because we're a day before.
yeah, I hope it is a launch title. Like
Yeah.
that is how you move units.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that for this system, which they weren't skipped the console reveal at E3 and all that. They've got to. That will happen. Like, there's no way.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a launch title. Like, it's,
And the great thing about Switch coming and Wii U dying, I hate to say that, but there is a benefit to this, is that they probably got more development time to finish off the Zelda game or enhance it. Right?
And I mean, they spent a lot of time on it. And for again, this comes back to what I was going to say about like
Shay,
my
what are we doing
concerns
here?
about this
trying to
game.
get in the door.
My God.
It's just like I've over the last
the
few
cat
years,
door.
I've seen a lot of like obsession with Japanese companies trying to grok that Western open world RPG style stuff, and I don't know if it's a great fit for Zelda, but we'll see how the Zelda fans take to it. You know, I'm getting kind of like open world fatigue to some extent.
Well, let's say you're a developer at Nintendo. You're tasked with making a new Zelda. What's your first thought? Like, what are you thinking you would maybe do to make this series click in the new generation?
I mean, yeah, you're right. That seems like the obvious step, right? Take it.
What would you do? It sounds like you wouldn't do that. What would you? Dan Tack is game developer.
Shigeru Tack.
I'm not trying to make money. You know, they've got other interests in mind. I want to. Oh, geez, what would I want?
Yeah,
Dude, come on. That's like.
Well, just tell me.
I'd like it to be more hardcore online capabilities.
What would online mean? Like
grouping
other
for
players?
dungeons.
Ooh,
Yeah, I do.
okay.
Four sword style.
4 swords. That means nothing. You know, whatever.
So, I need to
So
find
you're saying you would have some kind of not MMOs, maybe Dark Souls.
I
co-op?
didn't want to say it, but yeah, I'd take it more to that style. But it would be not like summoning your friends in with sigils or anything. You could literally group with your friends, do procedurally generated or randomized dungeons that would have bosses, make those experiences more interesting. You know, make them darker. I know, not super dark. Still keep the Zelda. I want to keep the Zelda being Zelda. Okay. But Zelda has its own dark.
Sounds like
things,
you want Zelda to be Dark Souls.
No, that's true.
Zelda has the dark elements to it.
It totally does.
I don't want
Absolutely.
it. You can keep like the. I'm down with that. I don't want
Oh,
it like.
there's the cat.
So that's
man.
the cat.
I
that
don't
need
want
to
Zelda
find.
Dark Souls, okay? But I'm saying like bring it to the dungeons. Maybe spend a little less on like throwing pots around and solving stupid puzzles that take like no time. Like they call them puzzles, right? But it's like move a brick onto the only switch in the room. That's
per
not a
10
puzzle.
cattle.
Yeah,
Sure,
right.
but like,
So I need to find the fishing pole. I forget where that is.
Zelda has had great
Didn't you
boss
just play
fights,
this last
year?
Yeah, but-
over the years, and I think dungeons and bosses, those are always two of my favorite things. So that's where I'd start from the ground up.
I
again,
like that idea. That I think that could be sold there. Like, okay, yeah, let's really hone in on this for this demographic, this type of gamer. I think a lot of people could get into that. That bring a lot of other types of players in. What? I would. This is a crazy idea. You probably
just to
veto
cap
this.
mine off. Just to cap mine off before we finish on my take. Sort of Dark Soulsy, sort of Monster Hunter, Zelda.
Okay,
That's what I would go with.
Monster
all right.
Hunter Zelda.
I like that.
Let's
Interesting.
try that
take.
again.
I would go more narrative driven, sticking with 8 dungeons, kind of the same type of overworld, but a strong focus on choice. And again, yeah, I would have voice and all that crap. But
So
I would
BioWare.
have it be chapter 1 of 3 and have it, yeah, very BioWare-esque, where your choices would
Episodic?
resonate like Telltale or BioWare. And
Hopefully more like BioWare
would be
than Telltale.
3 full standalone games, but they
Full
they
games.
were all interconnected as one big chapter.
So you want
so not
Dark
episodic.
Zelda. You want Mass Zelda.
Not
what do you
episodic.
want?
All right. Okay.
I think Zelda's like it has an established tone that I really like. I just want it to, learn from what it's done well and get rid of the crap that didn't work, like in some of the stuff in Skyward Sword.
You're fired, said Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yes.
No fishing.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, like Zelda does so many things well, but it just needs to combine those elements from different games.
And Shay will say like Sonic loop-de-loops and crap.
I don't even know. Shay will
Yeah.
just say.
I
Shay will
want Link
say
to be able
Breath
to
of the
run
Wild.
really fast and
Everything Breath of the Wild is doing is the best thing ever.
I told you I
like-
have a lot of concerns about Breath of the Wild.
It does seem like ever since, the late 90s or early 2000s that they're trying to like top Ocarina of Time in the same way. And I don't know if that's going to work out. Like
Yeah.
they've been trying really hard, but if Majora's Mask teaches us anything, it's that you can experiment and try something totally crazy and
Right.
it can be a runaway success. I would be more in favor of them experimenting. Like some people are hope for like a futuristic Zelda, like kind of like Final Fantasy like. I don't know if they need to go that crazy, but
I wonder if some of the problem they face is that the IP is so strong that people will buy the game no matter what, right?
Well,
So
that is Zelda as a whole. I mean, think about this. When you buy a Zelda, you're going for the gameplay, the dungeons, that experience. But you go into that knowing that you're getting kind of the same narrative most of the time, right? Like it's going to be Princess Zelda, it's going to be Ganon. I want them to expand beyond that.
Right.
Like I really want to be surprised by the narrative as much as I am as their gameplay. And I know people mock it like you got bow and arrows and bombs and all that stuff again, but they continue to find ways to innovate with
Yeah.
those puzzles
Yeah.
and how you interact with those things in dungeon and certain combat situations. I love that about the series. That is crazy that 10 games in, whatever it is, you're still using bombs for new things.
yeah. Shay, you got to actually go
Yeah.
up to that far island and use the grass out there.
You can't use this to. Do I need the fishing pole for? Because I'm trying to remember exactly how this works.
So if you're trying to reach
I know
that-
I have to get that monkey, but can
Okay.
I use that? Can I?
Do you just want to play? Wait, it seems like you know this game better than the guy who just played it.
I would get the monkey and then see what happens. Is what I would do.
Because I know I couldn't remember if I need to use the bird to get the fish, or if I need to get the bird to get the monkey, to get the fishing rod to get the fish to get the cat.
These are the puzzles.
Tack's just like right now
Tack-
thinking like you guys are the problem with video games. Like this right here,
I didn't say it.
100% is the problem.
No, Tack, to your point though about the puzzles being too easy, I think that's true. However, I played Zelda games when I was like 8 years old.
Right.
Oh, are you kidding me?
And
what I don't mean that they're too easy. I mean that they're at this point in Zelda, they're literally like they're thrust directly in your face. There's no like, you're never gonna be at a puzzle and be like, whoa, I'm super. Look what I figured out. I figured out there was a secret passage in that wall, or stuff from the original Zelda, stuff that when you figured out you were actually like, whoa, mind blowing, right?
Yeah.
But I don't even know if I like puzzles as an aspect of Zelda games. For me, it's always been about the dungeon crawls, the bosses.
Sure.
What about the
unique
dungeon
enemies.
puzzles?
Yeah, hit or miss.
I mean, that's like navigating the dungeons is
Come on.
50% puzzle, right?
Unlocking you're in a dungeon, you get an item there that lets you
I'll take that.
get your way to the boss. That's a classic concept, and I have a problem with
So
it.
did you play Oracle of Ages and Seasons, or one of those? Because isn't one of those like action focused and one of them's puzzle focused? Like, so if you like the action element of that,
yeah, I mean, they're slightly different, but they're largely very similar in just
that's not what I meant.
there's eight dungeons in each one, and I think they both have really clever puzzles actually.
And again, what I want is not what everyone wants, and I understand
Right,
that. And
right.
I'm really hoping to enjoy the new one. I just think it's open world can be rough. You got to,
But-
if it's,
Yeah, I mean, at some point, if your series is experiencing diminished returns, we don't know that, especially with video game developers never releasing numbers, right? Or publishers.
Sure.
But if that happens, you do got to shake it up, right? Like to a degree.
but are they really?
I think
like,
especially with a company like Nintendo, especially with an IP like this, shake up is like the last thing.
Exactly.
Like,
That's
for
what I'm
this-
saying,
for
though.
this
Is like,
Mario, forget it.
but at what point is that going to happen? And will it ever happen? Is Zelda just timeless in games, right?
Right.
Like Sonic needs to be shaken
Yes.
off this planet.
But I think I think they're okay. Sonic, they can do whatever the heck they want with at this point because
no, they can't.
they're in that
Well, they've
area.
tried to do whatever the heck they want to with it, and that's been one of the problems. Is they can't. They find little tiny nuggets of things that work amidst like other disasters, and then they just move on completely. And they're like, oh well, let's just scrap everything.
I'm guessing they have more leeway with
Hey.
Sonic as a brand now than say Mario or Zelda, which are like the unshakable pillars, right?
And
Yeah.
it's not like they're putting out crap games. I mean, like you said, the past few mainline entries we've given tens to.
Right. Well, I thought Skyward Sword was a huge step down from this.
Yeah, it definitely is not as good on the whole, I would say. But Skyward Sword did have a lot of cool moments. Some really clever puzzles.
Don't get me wrong. It's like, no, please don't give me another Zelda. It's like I enjoyed that game, but I kept thinking like, wow, this dungeon wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Or oh, that was good, but they've done better before.
I would like.
Like I have no doubt that the new game, even if it's the worst possible thing ever, it'll still be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Like there's no way it's not, and especially with it having to,
Yeah, they can't blow
by
it.
expectation, it is the system seller.
If
you
they
know?
blow it, oh my god.
Right, if they blow that, it's like wow, they
All right.
have a long road
Yeah.
ahead.
Now we get to watch Shay's fishing skills. Oh,
Yeah. Splatoon esports though, that'll
Like
save
if they
them.
have a game that has to be good, right? It's this one. Like it absolutely must be the best thing
Well, I
ever.
mean, what was it? 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, they first showed off that cinematic.
Mhm.
Like, let's not pretend we weren't all like super excited when we saw that.
Oh man, it looked amazing.
I mean, when it comes
Visually,
to
it was
Zelda,
like
it's very
holy
easy
hell.
to get excited about
Wow.
Zelda games. All right,
I'm super
and-
excited about fishing in Zelda games. As we
I'm
can see.
super excited about watching Shay finish something here.
it's been amazing. Look, this is the kind of core experience I go into.
No,
for
I
the
will
Zelda
say
game.
the beginning of this game is pretty freaking slow.
But it's awesome, though. This
it's-
is super cool.
But it builds up so well till when you finally are like trying to save the kids who get kidnapped by the moblins. It's really well done.
those
Look at this
crazy
animation.
moblins. They never
My
give
favorite
up.
animation in
Well,
games.
what I mean is like
How happy he is.
like Tack, like in previous games, yeah, they're not very threatening, especially in the Game Boy ones. But because they like ramp up like how evil the enemies are.
Yeah.
Like with the first time you see one, the king leader moblin who's riding in on that giant hog with a huge horn helmet, like
Yes.
blood coming on his face. It's just like, yeah, this is a really cool enemy, and I am not prepared to fight this guy.
Oh yeah, now he'll follow me. That's right.
At the end of my first game, my first Zelda game, I kill Link.
Huh?
What?
I would kill Link at the end of my first game.
Like,
Well, that's just you just be fishing for that. Oh man, you get the ending vibe out of that. There's no real reason to do that.
There wouldn't be multiple choice there. It'd just be Link's dead.
So that's the end of
And we-
that's the end of your choice-driven adventure. Link dies at the end no matter what you
And-
do.
Yep.
Oh, it sounds like Mass Effect 3.
But it continues. It sounds
That's
like
how I get
it,
him.
it sounds more like The Walking Dead, where episode 2. Guess who you're playing as?
Zelda.
Princess Zelda,
You know, that's
and
I'm okay with
she'll
that.
be the protagonist in 3.
I think well done. That could be excellent. But man, would the Zelda faithful be after you?
Oh, and I'd drink up all their tears.
You would not be able to like. You need an escort to
I
leave the
would be-
office every day.
I would be the size of Jabba the Hutt from drinking all those tears.
You would.
I would
That
love
would.
it.
That would. People would actually go crazy,
Oh yeah, and I'd taunt all
regardless
them
of
on
how you
Twitter.
handled it. It could be the best thing ever.
I would be the worst game developer of all time.
And then the third game you play as
Cat
Ganon.
follow me.
you have to. I think you have to see it walk in through the cat door.
So you play as Zelda in game 2, and then in game 3 you play as Ganon. Is that the?
No, you play as Zelda.
This is
again.
just Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, I think you got to do it again, Jay.
Oh,
No
my
way.
God,
I love it. Look
you're
at
the
there's
worst.
water, there's chickens, there's plants. Man, it's
Let's
got it
just
all.
cut ahead here real quick. All right, we got milk. We got that cat in the damn house. We got fish.
Got a wooden
We got
sword.
a slingshot. We got a wooden sword. We saw a monkey with a shaved butt. We saw some kids. The kids ran after the monkey. We're gonna go get them. We're gonna fight some stuff.
Things are really
Sounds like Friday night around the office around here.
You know, in my Zelda game, I wouldn't even give him a sword.
Oh yeah, what would he wield right now? This is getting better and better.
He would be a pet master. He would summon beasts to fight with him.
I think
This is Far Cry Primal.
I actually think summoning as a discipline would be fine in a Zelda game.
There you go.
I mean, you
Just
kinda-
like as a summoning school.
Summon
with
Tack,
Falcon
magic.
with some
Tack is my
grass.
executive producer.
I think that could be very well. You know, they have it in other open world games, and if that's where we're going, why not?
At the end of it all, we bring back Link.
Can I-
Because he's like Doctor Who, right? It's like his essence in different kids.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of. It's just
Yeah.
reincarnations. The one thing that I really
He's the
hope they get
doctor.
rid of is the constant like corridors of stone that don't exist in the real world for the most part. How often are you walking around in a forest and you're just cut off by stone walls on either side?
I think we can suspend disbelief as this is not the real world, so I'm okay with that part of it.
All
So
right.
we already have our viewers like being shocked
get that.
and mocking us for our dumb ideas. Some are good,
Yes.
like mine. But let's give them some more ammo.
Oh,
Let's do
God,
some
please,
Switch predictions
Switch predictions
before the event. So everything we have is on tape. Let's
Well, I mean,
let's throw something out.
my 10
are-
predictions are already on
Yeah.
Those weren't just
digital
yours.
paper.
Give another one.
Digital
Yeah, give
paper.
one.
Let me
I'm gonna go.
you mean my 11th prediction?
Yeah.
Where you going?
11th hour. Now, let's just let Shay play. Let's hear a prediction,
wait.
Ryder.
Oh
Let's-
boy. Jeez, man, we just asked Shay a
understand.
question, and look, he gets stuck in
Yeah,
water.
it's just like, come
You're
on.
clearly supposed to go in that cave. I
He's
don't
not
know
going to
what
be
the
able
hell
to play
you're
the
doing.
game if we ask him any questions.
Where's he going? What's going on? Get
He's
butthole.
right-
Why
he's
did you
right-
go
Yeah,
in?
you dismounted and then just
Yeah.
took off.
Don't you know you're supposed to ride butthole in this
You
game?
can't ask
Come
me
on.
questions and expect me to be competent at playing.
Welcome to Games Done Wrong.
Competent at playing.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Do you think he might?
okay.
Did he almost die on that?
Wait,
point?
Wojak.
Yeah.
Switch prediction.
Well, I think it's going to have like a 12-hour battery life.
Wow, you're out of your mind. How is that even
It's
possible?
going to have 2 terabyte integrated storage.
Okay.
Okay,
mean
Wade's
32
living,
megabytes.
Are we gonna
Wade's living in
we're gonna have some real predictions here?
3116.
Yeah, this is 12-hour battery life, dude. A phone doesn't get
It's going to beat an iPad for battery life.
Wow.
No, it won't.
Okay, wait.
Come on.
Serious
Wait,
prediction.
wait. I need the lantern now.
I mean,
right?
it's hard. It's really hard because, I grew up a huge Nintendo fanboy, so I want to be the most optimistic I can.
Well, that's really optimistic.
And we are on the opposite ends of the spectrum, quite literally here, Dan and I.
I am not. Do you think I want it to? What? This is insane. I think
You're a realist.
I hope for Nintendo.
He's a fanboy.
I want
Yeah,
Nintendo to come
yeah.
back in a big way. I want the system.
Yeah.
I want to own it. I want to be like, I would like to get this console and enjoy it.
Nobody's denying that. So you,
Yeah.
I'm denying.
real prediction.
For just general specs,
Or games or whatever you
Do
want.
anything. It's a prediction.
God,
Tack, you got one?
Yeah, I got one.
Well, you could share it.
Oh, there'll be a really crappy FPS Metroid sometime in its future.
Ooh, that's
And
salt.
it will be the final thing that gives me like my third ulcer. as I finally see that there's another
Is it
nail
going to
in
be
Metroid's
Metroid
coffin.
Prime?
Yeah, probably.
Give it a subhead.
Federation Force 2.
No, God, no. Metroid Prime. I just can't, it's,
I'm just gonna stare at you until you say something.
I don't want it so bad that I don't even want to think of a subhead.
What's the what do they call like the corrupting force in Metroid? Is that the phase-on?
How about this? Metroid Prime corruption.
Ooh, I
So
like that.
bad.
Doesn't that already exist?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So bad, and it's still so bad.
And you know what? I think it was genius for them to incorporate the motion control, as your arm, because previously it was a little rocky.
I'm gonna go with Metroid Prime
What are you doing?
Annihilation. I'm
That's
calling
so-
that.
God, it's such a no. Come on,
I'm
they
calling
can
that.
at least be a little creative than that.
Metroid Prime Zero.
Yeah, Metroid Prime.
Super
0
Metroid
hour.
Prime.
God, fuck. We gotta cut that. God. Just what? Metroid makes me so angry.
So I am supposed to dismount him.
You just want a regular Metroid.
I would love it.
Yeah, we were testing you, Brian Shea.
What if they do Super Metroid 2?
And you're right. I'm sure all the people are gonna dogpile me and be like, "Oh, it'll never sell. Nobody wants that anymore." I don't care.
New Super
I want
Metroid.
That. I want that, and that's all I want. The end. Yeah, new Super Metroid would be incredible. But instead, we'll get Metroid Prime Dingleberries, and it'll be.
Wow.
it'll
Okay,
be-
so this is just what we want, not
be
like
crap.
what we think will happen.
No. So we're
That
going
is a
for
prediction.
prediction. We're gonna get an FPS Metroid.
Okay, that's a good prediction, actually.
Yeah.
I think there's a strong chance of a teaser for that.
God, I hope not, because it's gonna cause me to have stomach cramps.
My big prediction is a new IP,
That's not a big
a
prediction.
shared game between Aonuma and Miyamoto.
I think that's
You think Aonuma has
Sure.
Both of them
Aonuma
together.
has time to work on anything but Zelda right now?
I think Zelda's been done for a long time.
Zelda's been done for a while, for sure.
That's my
enough to
guess.
have
just
them-
polishing up. They've had the extra time to polish it, make it better.
Yeah, it's-
but Aonuma has not been on that for a long time.
But a long enough time that he could work together with Miyamoto.
All
on
they
a-
have to
on
do
a
is
new
come
project?
up with like a trailer.
I'd wager Reiner's 100% correct in that.
100%.
I'll go along with that prediction.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What about
It
you,
makes,
Shay?
it makes too much sense to not
What
be.
dumb crap do you got?
I'm really trying to think of
come on.
something
Yeah,
that's.
he's trying to
let's
focus on
talk
the
about-
game.
All he's thinking
You know
is
what's funny
Sonic
here
right
is
now.
No, all
the
okay,
two
all
biggest
I'm thinking
Nintendo
is-
guys in the
No,
room
no,
don't
no,
have any
no.
predictions.
So do
I
you-
have 10 on the website
So,
right now.
okay.
I'm trying to think of something outside of those
we've
10.
we've talked about how we hope that they embrace online
I mean,
support,
that,
right?
what's yeah, but you can't predict that because it's not going to happen, right? It's just
But
not a thing.
here's the thing: 3DS has been really successful at just peer-to-peer
Sure,
playing online. I
it's a
mean,
thing you can do.
so Switch it
Should do the
follows,
same
should
thing.
have peer-to-peer
Yeah.
gameplay.
But they got to up the ante. Like they got to
they
go
do.
bigger.
They do.
They got to go full online.
We would all love for them to have to do that, but what's your prediction, Wade? You're just saying things. You're not predicting anything.
I'm saying that they'll probably have some sort of peer-to-peer like
Like
mul-
Pass?
Yeah, or like, I mean, they already have the technology. I could play Smash Bros on 3DS with someone sitting right
So,
next to me.
I mean,
Download play, maybe?
That seems freaking obvious. I mean, it's a system you can carry. It's a portable.
so I'm making predictions that are too obvious.
I mean, they show it. I'm supposed to go to my friend's house roof, and hang out and play. So clearly, there's got to be some interaction between the
They did
consoles
show
there.
that off.
I'm going to do one more prediction. Not one mention of Amiibo tonight in the Switch.
Really? You
No
don't think
way.
it'll have
There's
amiibo
Amiibo.
support?
There's Amiibo functionality.
I'm saying not one mention of Amiibo.
I would predict you're wrong.
But in the reveal video, they have
And Shay
amiibos
strikes
sitting
back.
next to the TV.
Yep, that's
Shay
old gen.
strikes back.
That's the past.
I would
behind
predict
them.
you are wrong.
Really though, like, I mean, it
So
was
what
such a big
takes-
success though.
What takes the Amiibo's place, then, Reiner?
Nothing.
Those have been huge for him.
They're
They're
going
gonna have Amiibos.
They're going to focus on the hardware and games, not trying to upsell you on other
No
stuff.
way do they not have Amiibos. They're releasing new Amiibos.
I'm not saying they
Oh, yeah,
won't
yeah.
have them for the system. I'm
I
saying
think Reiner's
tonight
right. Yeah, tonight.
at the
why mess
event,
with that? Yeah.
they want to focus on selling you hardware and
And
games.
I'm going to
the
make a
big
prediction.
titles.
Not only are they going to mention Amiibos, they're going to give us a release date for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Amiibos.
Another prediction: Dantak is going to fall in love with the gameplay design where you can take off one half of the Switch controller and just play that as a full
It's a
controller.
really bad prediction.
You're going to try it
a
out
really terrible
and
prediction.
fall in love with that.
God, I love Nintendo games, but these gimmicky controllers have just been they've been a thorn in my
Well, at least-
side for years.
From what we've seen, it doesn't look like you need to use the
Yeah.
gimmicky controller.
Yeah,
I'm
day
sure-
one is that controller. The Pro controller is day one purchase.
Of
100%.
course.
I did
And
that for Wii U as well.
Yep,
I bought
yep.
the Pro controller.
Tak's going to be at his desk playing Mario Kart and going to say to me, "Hey, you want to play split screen
Man.
Mario Kart? Here's the other half
Is that
of the
your
controller."
prediction? Because I got to tell you, it's not your outlook isn't good on that
You're
one.
not a Mario Kart
10 to
fan,
1
Tack?
ads.
I'm a huge Mario Kart fan.
What about Mario Kart 8? Did you play it?
No.
All right.
When I say Mario Kart, guess where we're going back to?
Oh, Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
You got to be kidding me. That was not the pinnacle of that series.
great.
It was a great game.
It was great.
F-Zero and Mario Kart. Oh my God, it was the best.
Mario Kart 64 is way better.
Oh, yeah.
than
It's
I
Super
played
fantastic.
so much split screen SNES Mario Kart. It was insane. Okay.
Crash Team Racing, better game.
Nope.
You know what's a great racing game? That one we played with the stupid bear.
Banjo-Kazooie?
No, that was
Diddy Kong Racing?
What was that?
The Jaguar.
TurboGrafx? Oh, it was
The
Jaguar.
Oh man, that was good.
Yeah. Tech's
Go
favorite
watch
system
that
of all
episode of
time.
Replay if you haven't already.
We haven't saved the kids yet.
What
Are we
kids?
getting close?
I mean, 2 of them are already out. We're just
You
saving
got
the
these
one.
moblins, man.
Oh, they got nice boobs.
All right, Shay, how fast can you get to that last kid? Stop killing random enemies. You don't need that.
Popping out.
Give us a real prediction.
like those
Wade.
boobs.
Sprint.
Give us a prediction that isn't just
going as fast as
just
Link's
throwing
little
shade and
feet will-
snark my way.
Oh my God. I don't know, man. I don't think I could predict anything more accurately than we already haven't said on the site.
Like
We
what?
already have said on the site.
Just predict something. I don't know. I don't read the site. Come on, nobody here reads the site.
Okay, so like for example, cartridge only versus cartridge and download.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they're going to have enough space on board to hold all the games you want. So
Really?
like the Wii was only
That is
32
an
gigs.
interesting
That's really
observation,
interesting.
actually.
So what do you think about
So they are relying, you're saying they are going to rely entirely on hoping you buy physical or having you buy some kind of storage device.
which would defeat the purpose of having it so portable,
Not a
right? So
chance.
then you're all either going to have to carry around a bunch of cartridges, or there's miraculously going to be a giant storage on board. Which
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
how,
well,
how
think
what
of
about
this.
the Vita type SD cards? Or 3DS even uses SD cards.
it does, but I'm just going off what we saw in the video.
I mean, I have a 32 gig SD card in my 3DS right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to factor that it has to have that because devs are going to patch the hell out of their games.
Right. That's just part of today. That's got to be there, right?
So like, Tack, look how easy he's mowing through these guys. I would like to see enemies that a little harder to fight.
You know
Actually,
what? I don't even
This
come
is
down
also
to
the
the
first
difficulty.
area.
The difficulty of Zelda games doesn't bother me.
really.
No. I think Zelda's great for what it is in that respect. Not
Oh, yeah,
every
it's the
not every
bird.
game has to be Dark Souls way. That's the misconception here that you
But see, you keep talking about the first Zelda and praising it for things that Dark Souls kind of
Actually, I generally
Shay, what
like
are you doing? Okay, yeah.
The game I
going the
praise
right way.
is typically Link to the Past, which is easier than the first
When
Zelda.
the camera flipped around, it
Yeah.
made me go the wrong way
I
for a
gotcha.
split second
I
there.
gotcha. Okay, so this is when we have a confrontation.
Here
What
we
a
go.
what a clash it is.
But see,
Oh dear God! Why do they have a monkey in there with
real
the kid?
life? That child would be mauled terribly.
Yeah. Wow.
Monkeys
Bright
have no
thoughts here, my
regard.
Wade. So maybe these games are a lot darker than we
no,
think.
but here's what I'm saying. All right, you meet this first dude and you think, okay, this is what the enemies are going to be like, and then the real enemies come in after this, and it kind of
Yeah.
raises the stakes in a really nice way.
I get it. And then you've got to raise your stakes to meet the challenge.
Exactly.
It's
Don't check that. Yeah, Jesus.
Dear God.
I did it.
Yeah, you did it all right. You took their heads off.
Yeah, no kidding. Beat him to death.
That
Sometimes
right there,
you
that
gotta make the
scene right there
sacrifice.
with the monkey in the air with the arms raised, that's going to be a tattoo on my arm. The kid standing there,
I
and the
believe
monkey
it.
behind
Or switch prediction. Reggie comes out with that tattoo on his arm. They announce
Whoa.
Twilight Princess double HD.
Prediction.
They better not.
4K.
Prediction. Metroid pin. Metroid
Princess
pin.
4K.
Federation Force.
It is a shame we won't get to see past this because this is when the game really takes off.
It's a shame. Yeah.
I mean,
It is.
seriously, I mean, dungeon design, the best, but we'd never be able to show the best parts of dungeons because they take forever to get through.
Yeah.
We'd just have to do clip after clip after clip, but that would take forever. But hopefully you enjoyed this brief look at Zelda, the beginning. Definitely you see the art style, what they're going with gameplay-wise. Fascinating. I love this
And I
game.
definitely
really love this game.
I recommend if you haven't played this game and you happen to have a Wii U, I would definitely recommend the HD version of this
And
game.
one of the big hooks in this, Link turns into a wolf.
Yeah.
That
In a
is
better way
big-
than Sonic does.
Much better
Very
way than
much
Sonic
so.
does.
But this is the Wolf Zelda game. So let's take a quick break, take a look at one of the best moments in gaming history, and then come back with something else.
What delights do we have today? Peaches. My favourite. So that makes 27 years, 3 months and 14 days of food left.
All right, we're playing The Price is Right on Wii.
Woo! Wow.
Which we've all seen the show before.
I'm a god at this game.
What was that?
Oh man, I wanted a minigame for running down the aisle.
Yeah, no
Gotta
kidding.
mash the button.
Look at that audience.
Wait, where am I?
You're player
I'm
4.
four.
I'm player 1.
I'm getting in her nose.
So-
I'm in her nose.
Oh, the Showcase Showdown. I love that. I want to spin the wheel.
So just to identify, I am player 1. I think Wade is player 2.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Tack is player 3,
Yep.
and Reiner is player 4.
Correct. This is me here, I think.
I'm 2.
So I'm all the way on the left.
All right. Actual retail
Just a
price.
nightmare with hands everywhere.
So what year did this come out? Because I have to calculate the actual retail price by that year.
Oh yeah.
No phones, no Google.
Well, no kidding.
A canoe package. Yeah.
Oh my god, it is just like the show.
Is that a real clip?
My expression is
I think
ridiculous.
it might be, dude.
Yeah, that's totally a real clip.
What are they doing?
The Wii was not capable of such high renders of
Wii.
people.
Not
I
the Wii
love
U.
this game.
It's your turn to bid.
Oh.
Oh,
Come on.
wait, you got to do it one by one?
Yeah, because you go.
Wait, canoe trip?
What is your
All
bid?
right. Oh, it's definitely higher than that.
A canoe
Well,
trip?
the good thing you'll have a chance.
Wait, did we get to canoe? I didn't listen.
you do 242, Reiner.
Nope.
What
He
is
knows
your
what's up.
bid?
How do I go up?
You guys ever go on canoe trips?
Use the
It's not
D-pad.
that cheap, man.
Wait, I don't need to go that high. I just need to do this.
This item's actual
420.
retail price is
What?
Oh!
Wow.
We are all idiots. I should have listened to the actual product.
Yeah, I guess we weren't
Yeah,
really
we
paying
were talking
attention.
over that.
I just thought it was. I don't know.
I thought it was
Well, we
just the trip.
can barely even see the thing.
I thought it was just the trip, not the canoe.
Oh,
Like, there's obviously.
I thought it was just the canoe.
I
Honestly.
didn't even know there
Well, the
was a
lady
trip
came
involved.
with it too.
Oh.
Yeah, humans are expensive.
Select your what? You get to choose your game.
Select your game.
Oh, you won, so you-
in one.
Well, yeah, you won.
Spelling bee.
But you gotta get
clock
it.
game.
What about the pachinko?
Bonkers. I'm going bonkers.
I want to play the pachinko thing where you just
Plinko?
Yeah,
Plinko.
Plinko.
Chinko.
Al Pachinko.
Al Pachinko.
Okay.
What's happening?
This is as seamless as the real show.
It is.
Okay, here we go.
Where's Bob?
Let's see.
It's me.
Where
Drew
is
Carey?
Bob? Where is Bob?
Tech,
Where's
get your hand off the
Hasn't
screen.
Bob Barker? Oh.
High definition plasma TV with 40-watt speakers provides a clear, crisp picture in a slim and sleek package.
Dell
from
42-inch
Dell.
HD TV.
Yeah,
Why are
nice.
they rubbing that?
I'm gonna get that.
A Dell TV.
You can win it
Uh-oh.
playing Bonkers.
All right, Reiner.
In Bonkers, you have 30 seconds to guess if each of the numbers shown here is higher or lower in the actual retail price. Pick up the chips and release
Actual
them
retail
above or below each of
prices.
the numbers.
So wait, is the number higher or lower, or are you
Start the
saying you're
countdown
supposed to go
when you-
higher
Hey man,
or
it's
lower?
Reiner playing. Who cares? Let him worry about it.
I think that
Lower.
you gotta
Time's running out,
you gotta
Reiner.
Put the plate up there.
Lower.
Bonkers.
No, I said higher.
Well,
Pick it
you
up
gotta
and-
pick it up and hold it.
Oh, gotcha.
Higher.
10 seconds, Reiner. 10 seconds.
He's doing good. Let him play.
Oh, man.
Let him play, ref.
The crowd can call out though. I
Yeah.
guess,
You
right?
win.
Yeah.
Let's see the actual
You guessed it
retail
right.
price.
What?
The fuck you talking?
Oh, my God. Are you serious? Shit.
How many times did you play this for a review, Reiner?
I wrote the strategy guide.
I
The
bet you
official
did.
We could
adaptation.
distract him if we put our
Who
hands
would
up.
pay $3,000 for that goddamn TV?
This was like 1991.
Okay.
So
You get the women with two women with it.
A 42-inch Dell HD TV for $3,000.
This still is an awesome tune.
Get a
I
top of the
wouldn't
line,
even pay that for 4K now.
top of the line 3D
This
4K
this
TV.
was seriously one of the best shows of our time.
Oh, God. Man, it must suck going first on this one.
It really does. I should have not been player one.
This and that other game were really cool.
The
one with the whammies? I love that
Oh,
game.
press your luck.
Yeah.
Refrigerator freezer combo.
Wait,
All right.
Features adjustable shelves and door
They're
bins.
clapping like
Let's
idiots.
start the bidding.
Comes with two women.
is your
And,
Ah,
Oh,
now
it's
you get to
flipped.
go.
Come on.
Because he's already got some stuff.
all right.
A freeze.
No
What is your
way.
bid?
No way, Reiner. In what reality?
There's two women in this thing.
In what reality? No, you got to remember that Price is Right always prices things super
It's
high.
your turn to bid.
Do you guys ever buy appliances?
Go
'Cause
in.
No, no. Why would I ever buy an
What
appliance?
is your bid?
I never bought a fridge freezer combo, but I feel it could be around 1800.
You guys boxed me in.
All your bids are over the retail
Holy
price.
shit.
Please bid again with lower bids.
Look how
Well, I know.
frightened they
Hey,
are.
I picked the low one.
Now
so I'd
I
win.
have
What
to
the
go
F?
first.
Oh yeah, you didn't bid $1. You should have done that.
Why do I have to go first now?
$1, Bob. Man, everyone's cheering a lot.
Click the button.
Immersion
dude.
What
broken.
is your bid?
Oh.
So wait, what? I don't understand the order here.
It changes. It changes every round to make it fair.
What is
Yeah,
your
but
bid?
I had to go first again.
Deal with it.
Quit whining. Yeah. You're on a game show. Enjoy it.
What
How
is
often
your
does this
bid?
happen in your life?
I bet Wade goes 901.
$1.
This item's actual retail price is.
Oh my God!
Come up on stage.
Man, we weren't that far off.
No,
Yeah,
we weren't.
I bet one. Wait, what the? I had 1,400 on the first round.
Yeah,
it was
you went over.
1,349.
Yeah, dummy.
Sakes.
Could you see him on the show? That Bob Barker would just be like, "What the fuck is your problem?"
I would get up there and make some
Smack
noise.
you with that skinny mic.
Tech, I'd love to see you on Price is
That would be
Right.
great.
That would be
as long as they let me play Plinko, man. That's my favorite.
Plinko, you have no control over where it goes.
Hole in one.
It's all luck.
Let's do hole in one. I don't know how golfing is going to work with this controller.
Step right up. We're playing Plinko today.
Yeah, I used to watch this show all the
isn't
time.
that what hole
I
in
did
one is?
too.
Golf?
What?
Like you, based on how good you guess, you get to golf.
Apparently it is.
Do you remember? Like I used to love it when I was sick home from school because I had to watch the show.
Yeah, everybody
It's the
loved
only
watching
time.
it.
And you must sink the golf ball. Your position
How
on the
things have
green
changed
is
so
up.
You
quickly.
watched this when you were sick from school
Loved
at
it.
home?
Everybody
This
did,
show was
right?
like
Everyone
60
did,
years
yeah.
old.
You'll win
Hey,
$500
screw you, Wade.
Everybody watched this when they were sick.
Let's see what
Yeah,
our
I
four
did too. It
items
was
are.
awesome.
So great,
Your
man.
first
Channel
bid
4.
is for this item.
Remember what TV was good?
Dove
Remember?
Cool Moisture Therapy Conditioner, 25.4 ounce.
Ooh.
Helps
$3.
protect hair from daily damage.
That's like 10 gallons.
Remember
Next up
Stormtroopers?
is Get an instant burst of energy with a vitamin B12 spray.
Ooh, what?
What? Nice.
Nutrimist.
Some of these products, man.
Titans of industry.
Caffeine free and sugar free.
Come on, Viagra.
I love the reaction.
Come on,
animations.
Viagra.
Your next item is
Viagra.
Lipton Pyramid White Tea with Blueberry Pomegranate 18
Oh,
count.
man, get
Drink
me some
better,
of that.
live better. Lipton tea
Look
can
at the
do
expression on.
I can't see
In
what
and
the
around
product
this
is because you
area.
guys are blocking it.
That's why they have it. That's why they
Look
let
at
us do it.
his face.
Is Clorox Bath Wand, the first cleaning tool.
Guys, I
designed
can't see it.
specifically
Move
for
your
bath
hands.
Good idea, bro.
Scrubby sponge.
Come on,
It's the right
guys.
tool
It's
for
called
Play fair.
It's called a
We
competition.
are. That's why they have the. They wouldn't put the hands on the screen if they weren't supposed to.
No, they would.
Which of
This
these
is not.
items is the
no.
least
It's
expensive?
called strategy.
The least expensive?
Definitely those
Oh.
fucking B12 vitamin things.
What's happening?
Pick one that's least expensive.
It's got to be the tea or.
No, don't give him any hints. Don't help him, Wade.
Wade's a
We don't
team
want him
player.
in the show play showdown.
I'm
Yep.
gonna say-
Shay's never bought anything in his life. His parents just bought
This,
everything.
this should be
Which of
the
remaining
replay showdown.
items
Just
is
this
the
game.
least expensive?
You're right. I agree.
Let's see.
Which of these items is the
We don't have all day, Shay.
I'm trying.
the remaining item is therefore the most expensive?
Oh, that's nice that they actually figured that out.
Yeah, they're pretty
Nice
smart.
development.
See how you did.
I did
It's kind of
terribly.
cool,
This
actually.
was
It's
your
great. This is
first
awesome.
pick.
I panicked.
The second item
Oh,
is
you
worth.
blew that one.
Good. It's higher. This third item is worth. It's lower. At least you're not too far away.
Blew it.
Now it's time to putt.
All right.
How's
Oh, I
this
love
gonna work?
With
game.
the hole and putt.
The right strength. I have to stand up and do it.
Hey, but
it.
You're gonna have to putt.
Hey,
buddy.
guys, put your hands over here on top of this.
Wait.
Quick, get over here. On top of this line.
Oh, good idea.
Stack it.
All right, we're stacked. Don't let us see.
What was I supposed to do there?
This is hole in one or two. This is your last.
Oh,
chance.
God,
guys, stack it.
Stack
What
it
am I
up. Stack it
supposed
up.
to do? Like
Stack
I'm
it up.
hitting
Stack it
A.
up. Stack it up.
Come on, Shay.
Yeah! You get no money.
This is great. I love it how they made the conscious decision to let us put our hands on
Yeah?
the screen.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, man, this game's great.
That was terrible.
This is good.
It really is.
Yeah.
Welcome to
I'm excited to
Contestants Row.
see
It is
10 out of
fully
10.
possible
The
that
big
actual
would play
retail
again.
price of
Oh,
the
Are we
item
gonna get to
is
that?
over, since this determines
All right, guys,
which
come on.
pricing games you'll play. Here is
I
the
love
item
these
up
hands
for
on
bid.
screen.
Oh, man, this is exciting.
A selection of skateboards and accessories.
Oh God, are you serious?
Oh my God.
Wait,
What? Look at those skateboards. That's some Sonic the
That
Hedgehog
is
bullshit.
awesome.
God, it's got like 20
Let's
wheels on
see
each
who
board.
bids the closest without going over.
How would you even
It's your
begin to?
turn to bid.
Why am I first again?
Because you just did a game, dude.
Yeah, but I didn't do a game the first time or the second
no,
time.
you don't get it, man. If you
Okay,
just won,
so hold on.
It's
We
your
get the
turn to
skateboards. We get the
the
grass.
skateboards.
We get the chairs.
No.
We get the house.
We do not get the chairs, the lady.
The
or
chairs
or
you've got to get. You've got to get
Who's
the chairs.
this?
It's not me.
That's me.
Come on, Wade.
Put a price in.
Oh Jesus! Nope.
$9,100.
That's a good price.
We're going.
That's a good, honest price.
We're going. I'm gonna go 800.
Da, da,
It's your turn to
da, da.
bid.
I can't see what I'm bidding. You got.
Can I?
Oh, what, I hate
Can
this
someone
game.
out there replace the music of Price is Right to Dantac doing da 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 da?
What is your bid?
Da, 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 da.
All right.
Actual
This
retail
game
price.
has some serious tomfoolery.
Yeah! I
nice
knew
one,
it.
All right, Wade.
All right, Wade, you're going up
Da,
there.
da, da,
You're gonna get to play pachinko.
da. All right, Pachinko it is.
Plinko. It's called
Al Pachinko.
Al Pachinko.
El Plinko. It's not even one of the options.
I know. I was really disappointing.
Oh God.
I hate this game.
The worst part is I'm not gonna make it to the showcase showdown at this rate.
Well, we all have to make it, right?
God, man, I just want to wake
Yeah,
up in the
there's
morning.
like one big thing at the end,
Oh
right?
God.
I shouldn't have chosen hole in one.
You got
Man.
either one of these two.
Clock.
Do you guys remember?
Come on,
I don't want to
choose one.
spell.
You guys remember when you wake up, it'd be a snow day, you just be like, the first thing I'm doing is turn on Price is Right.
I'd actually turn on my Sega Genesis and boot up Sonic the
grab
Hedgehog
my
2.
Game Boy.
This and the
Watch
Joker's
Price is
Wild, and it was like,
Oh man,
In
Heaven.
clock game, you
It really
have to
was.
guess the value of 2 prizes before the
Guys.
clock reaches 0.
yeah. There's
Let's see
cover
the
up
first
this-
item
yeah. You
you'll
got to
pick.
cover up anything pertinent.
The rich antique finish comes together with nailhead detailing and wrapped extra accents to create the
Is that a
beauty that
dildo?
is
What is
Bronze
that?
Up Bring tradition
All right, it's
to
dining room
the
set.
experience
Okay.
Oh, it's a dining room.
from
Dining room
Ashley
dildo.
Company.
$2,000.
Hit start
This
to
show.
begin.
okay, guys, cover this up.
All right.
Okay,
it's
here we
gonna
go.
be
Seriously, cover up the whole.
Cover up all the numbers.
Oh, down here.
Lower. Higher. Higher. Higher.
You could be a
higher,
serious
lower,
jerk of this game.
This is the worst game I've ever.
Higher. Higher.
So good.
Lower,
Clock game.
Lower. Higher. Higher.
Clock game. Clock game.
Let's see the
It's like
second
giving
Does
someone a
anybody know what's
massage.
happening?
The mission style of the Splint Creek home office armoire
No one knows what's
Ashley
going
is
on.
accentuated with antique brass hardware plus plenty of nooks and crannies for storage from the Ashley
All right.
companies.
800.
Hit start to begin.
Oops.
Lower,
Everyone cover up this
lower,
number.
Yeah, all right, we got
Higher. Higher.
Spread out,
Higher,
spread out,
higher,
get the whole
higher,
number.
Higher, 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 lower. Higher, 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 higher.
Get the whole number.
Higher. Yeah, you won.
What?
Hey, that was easy.
What kind of stupid game is this?
So you just hit it until
Yeah,
it
you just
says
hit
you're
it,
right.
Just spam it.
That's
Yeah.
so dumb.
I should
I
have chose
picked the right
clock
one.
game.
That's
Clock
not
game,
fair.
clock game was rigged, man.
That
You
wasn't
just-
fair.
Did I
Until you
cheat?
win.
I played by the rules.
No, you did.
No, you didn't.
It's not your fault, Wade. It's the game's fault.
Hey, I'm trying to just key away the game here and test the walls for
Yeah, 'cause
cracks.
certainly nobody else did.
This 10-year-old game.
All right. Who hasn't won yet?
Me.
All right. Come on, Dan Tack.
I bet I go
is it?
first.
No,
again.
I want to go.
I go first again.
No, you don't.
You don't know that.
We do.
I thought the
Chill
we're probably-
out.
Oh.
Place.
I'm not making it to the showcase.
Place.
Neither are you.
Aw.
Second place.
This is gonna be
Yes, Reiner
Wade and Reiner?
welcome. You
it
guys
Wade
can
and
hang
Reiner?
out here and watch me kick ass.
See you at the showcase.
I don't like the looks of this at all.
We're going to it.
man.
Oh,
What
this
am I
is the best
gonna
part.
win?
This is the best part.
This is the best
I wanna
part of the game
spin
where
the wheel.
they show you
actually the
all
best
the
part.
crap, the cars.
Yes.
Oh,
But we get to spin first, right?
Right.
It's time
Yeah.
for the Showcase Showdown.
Oh God, it's
Okay,
so
showdown.
You get 2 spins. The contestant closest to $1 without going over goes to the showcase. If you get $1 on your first spin or the combination of both your
Yeah,
spins,
we know how the
you
rules
win
go,
one.
sir.
Take your spin.
good. All right. Oh,
Oh, what? Oh,
Ah,
Who
wow.
just? Who
shit. That
Wade.
was me.
That was
I
Wade.
accidentally spun. Oh, God.
Oh man, they even did the
Oh.
close-up cam.
Come on, 85. 85.
Oh,
Yeah.
30.
God damn
it's
it.
not good, Wade.
Would you like to spin again?
You're gonna have to go
Yes.
again.
All right.
I hope you get 75.
Come on, here we go.
Oh, my
God,
God.
this show was so good. I'm just gonna go watch reruns of this show all day today now.
No.
Oh,
60. 60.
Oh,
God
oh,
damn
60
it.
would have been 60 would have been
Stand
prime,
next to
dude.
the wheel.
Stand next to the wheel.
Go stand next to the
Yeah,
wheel.
remember you always had to stand
Take
next to
your
your
spin.
number.
Oh, God. 65.
Wait, me? Yeah.
All right, here it
Who
is.
can beat 65?
nice turneneck sweter.
Thanks.
Pretty
I,
bad.
I
This was
chose
like the 80s or
I chose
something.
the player that most represented
This is like
my.
the 80s when the Wii came out,
real
so you know.
Oh
my God.
Yeah!
Come on, 5. Come on, 5.
That's it.
Eat
man.
it.
Spin
Wow.
again.
Yeah, he's going to
Your
stay. There's no
total is
way.
higher
I
than
mean,
the
yeah.
leader.
You should roll
Stand
again.
next to the wheel.
Do it.
So long, suckers.
Wow, that's It's just
It's gonna
money.
be tough to beat,
It's time
man.
to spin
Yeah.
the wheel.
All right, Tacky.
Well, at least I won those goddamn furniture sets.
It looks like it's working really well.
Look at that flaccid little womp.
All right, here we go. Come on.
Go.
There it
Get
is.
the big
you needed
one.
that 95.
Get the big one.
10
Come on.
cents,
No,
10 cents.
No. Oh, gosh. Horrible.
Oof. That rules out over half the wheel.
I
Take
know.
your second spin.
It's brutal. It's actually
Come on,
like
Tack.
this is
That's
like
one of the worst spins
it
you
is.
could get on their
It's-
first spin.
It's actually one of the worst.
Oh,
It has to go all the way
Let's
around,
go
though.
all the way around.
If they don't call that, I am going to be furious.
You went over $1.
Oh, so you could have just spun it so you went one space.
Oh my god.
Woo! All right.
Okay.
All right, Reiner.
You and me, shame.
Wow.
All right, we're gonna. Here it is, the showcase showdown.
Hey, Tack, you know what? I thought we did okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Tack didn't.
Look at that roll, man.
Tack had trouble
45.
gripping that wheel, you know.
I just got to pay.
Rip it and rip it.
I just got to pay taxes on that furniture set, and I'm going home.
I know.
Brand new Ashley furniture set.
I can't wait to see what's
Welcome
here.
to the showcase.
I always like the stories of
Each
the
of you
people
has a
who
showcase of beautiful
wouldn't take the
prizes to
prize
bid on.
because they couldn't
Whoever
afford
bids
taxes on
closer
it.
to
Right,
the
right.
actual
It's like, you want a
retail
new
price
car,
of
now
their
pay
own
us
showcase
$5,000.
without going over
I'd be like, all
wins
right.
the showcase. If your bid is within $250
All right, here, cash.
of
Here we go.
your own showcase, you win both
Oh my gosh,
showcases.
insane.
The showcase has a park
Oh.
ranger describing some
You get a
tourist
park ranger.
destinations
Okay.
that didn't quite catch
She's
on.
that's at least
First,
$5,000.
there's the Bland Canyon.
The
A place
Bland
so
Canyon.
Bland
unimpressive
Canyon,
that
huh?
Everyone visiting there chooses to watch videos of prettier places on their new portable DVD.
Portable
player.
DVD.
Enjoy
Hey,
all your favorite
Really
movies.
I
shows age.
want that.
Yeah, I do too.
Look at that remote.
Gosh, my phone is better than that thing.
Yeah, no
The
shit.
Not so popular area known as the Fadirondacks, a place so obsessed with weight loss that the only amenity each hotel offers is the use of a new treadmill.
Oh, wow.
You get a bodyguard.
Man, this package sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
what
for
the
real,
fuck?
dude.
Look at these two things.
Yeah,
A DVD player and a treadmill?
Well, hey, at least the treadmill's not
Can I just
obsolete.
walk off the set?
You could use the portable DVD player while you're on the treadmill.
All right, this has got to be the coup de grace here.
It always is.
Place
Yeah.
so laid back that no one ever bothers to come out of their
Trailer.
brand new trailer.
The text. The
Are you
voice can't keep
serious?
up with the text.
Dude, this
Where am I
package
going to put
sucks
this in my
ass.
trailer?
Yeah.
This won't fit in there.
Yeah, these
You
do
get
not,
a trailer, a treadmill, and a DVD. Man, this package. I feel sorry for whoever's bidding on this one.
These do not go well
And ease
together.
towing a pop-up trailer when traveling. And this showcase in which our ranger
All right, I'm
decides
digging
to
this
come
tune.
visit a place that really is exciting can be yours if the price is
All right, what do you think,
right.
Reiner?
All right, good luck.
Well,
Are you going to pass it? You can pass
Do you
it
want to
to
pass
Tack.
or play?
Good luck on that
You're the
pile
top
of
winner.
trash.
Or pass
You
it to
bid on this
Shay.
showcase,
You pass that
or
thing,
pass
dude.
it to the
Yeah,
other
totally.
player.
Pass.
That was a big pile of
Get that
garbage.
hell. Get that shit out of here.
Showcase.
All right. I'm going to say...
Guys.
Sorry, we forgot about the real spirit of the game.
Yeah, the real
Your
strategy
showcase
here.
is filled with dams.
I get a dam?
The first one is Hoover
What?
Dam.
The Hoover
Whoa, you
tour.
get the Hoover Dam?
Oh, a trip to Vegas.
Yeah, you got the better showcase already.
Nice.
Vegas,
Vegas
baby.
But where am I staying?
5-night stay. Oh, Southwest. Sorry, man. I'm sorry about that
I mean, it's
one.
no sun country.
No, it's about the same.
You're flying coach.
Save time and money on your next
Yeah, because
getaway
Southwest
with
doesn't have
vacation
first class,
package
so
from Southwest
First come, first serve in
Vacations.
it
Southwest.
is. You have to
You
scramble.
can watch this DVD of Damn Yankees, which premiered over
A
50 years
DVD?
ago.
Wait, no, that's just the
Yeah,
setup.
yeah, it's set up.
Oh, a trip to
only-
Vegas,
Oh.
a trip to New York.
God, this is starting to actually sound like ass.
What?
Dude,
You're taking Southwest to Vegas? I mean, I'd rather stay home.
You're staying in the Westin in New York?
Yeah, okay. West New York's nice.
All right, all right.
Times Square. Very
Yeah,
nice.
there you
Where was I
go.
staying in Vegas?
They didn't say.
Air dam.
I think we're assuming you're on the strip.
And is usually found attached to the front.
Oh.
Brand new
Oh.
Oh, but it's an HHR.
This package is
look
no.
at that
Who cares?
piece of
Dude,
crap.
This it doesn't matter. You get
That's Chevy's PT Cruiser.
think about what was in the other package.
Yeah,
Like
the other,
literally garbage.
this package blows the other one away, but
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's a way you could just accept the trips and reject
No,
the car.
this is good. Even with the trips, this
right.
this is really nice.
Why am I excited?
What do you think
I don't
is the
know.
value
I
of
really
this
don't.
showcase?
Like if you think about the value of the
Oh,
other showcase,
man.
like
What
a
do you guys
literal-
think?
a pile of
don't,
eBay trash.
don't help him.
25 grand?
Yeah, man. You got a car in there. You got a Vegas trip, which is actually much
I'm
cheaper
even
than
going.
the
I'm
trips.
going 27.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I just have no idea how much a trailer costs.
And why would you? Who wants that?
All right.
I'm okay with your
You
bid,
both
Reiner.
went over.
Your
No one gets
showcase
anything.
No, I think Reiner's going to do it.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
You're
For
way
a
off.
difference of
18 grand.
I think Reiner's thing was actually 35, so
How
he's
much
closer.
was a trail? Oh, you went over.
No.
I lost.
I won.
Oh my God.
You know what? We
That car must have been a pile of crap.
I get a treadmill.
we forgot to understand
I get a
that
treadmill.
a Southwest vacation package is worth less than $0.
and no hotel in Vegas.
Five night luxury stay without mention of where it was.
Oh, that was fun. This is a
was
neat
fun.
little game.
How did I come back and win that after that terrible showing on
Well, you
the
saw
putting
I
green?
overbid, dude. It's right there. It was
Lucky
like right
spin.
there on
On
screen.
lug- luxury
my
Southwest
awesome
vacation.
spin skills and my knowledge of how high is too high.
All right, this is one of the longest episodes of Replay. Hope you
was.
enjoyed
What are we
it.
doing now?
And
This is it.
let
It's
us know
over.
what you think of the Switch in the comments. We'd love to hear from you and our predictions and what we'd do to Zelda. Share your thoughts too. We'll see you next time in just 7 days.
Eat it, everyone.
You're the one who's got to eat it. You got a crappy
Would you
prize.
like to play again? See you next time on The Price is Right.